Okay, good evening, everyone. This is the post-game press conference for the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 Asian Qualifiers. Round game between Gilas Pilipinas and Team Jordan. Team Jordan beat Team Philippines 91-90. We have with us now the visiting team's coach, Wessam Alsus, and Freddie Ibrahim, number 5 for Jordan. They've joined us, so may I ask you to switch off your mobile phones or keep them on silent? The press conference will be conducted in English. Coach Alsus, can you please give us your comments about the game?
Sure. Good evening, everybody. First of all, I want to congratulate the organization of Philippines for hosting us the way that you are hosting us. I want to congratulate the team of Gilas Filipinas. They fought back so hard in this game. They make it so hard on us. I believe this game was like 2 parts. In the first part, we play really good. We come to the court storming the court, I think. We shot the ball so well. We were ready to the game. We know it's important to us. The team of Philippines beat us at home, and we were determined to get that win back. Second half, I think we shot the ball poorly, and this is the main reason for us to give the chance to Philippines to come back in the game. I'm proud of these guys. It's not, to me, I don't think it's just about this game. It's about the whole journey to make it to the World Cup. I believe everybody, starting from federation to the coaches to the players, sacrifice a lot of things to make it happen for, as you know, for a small country like Jordan to be among the top 32 teams. So I'm very thankful for everyone. If you allow me, I want to I know maybe this is away from the game, but I want to be very thankful to my family. They sacrifice a lot for me being away from them, and I never maybe mentioned that, so I think they deserve from me a shout out. And to me, they know how much I like Philippines, and I think this win will let me like it more.
All right, thank you, Coach. Freddie, can you also give us your comments about the game?
It's tough game. First half, we played really good. Everything was clicking for us, but we kind of knew that Philippines wasn't going to give up, and they're going to keep fighting second half. Third quarter, I think that's when kind of it went downhill for us, but I think this game kind of was able to be as Coach said today, this is, even though we were in the World Cup prior to this is the first game of the World Cup. This is how it's going to feel. We could play in this gym. We could play against Philippines, who knows, right? And that's how the atmosphere was today. So I'm kind of happy that we had to deal with adversity and for them to come back and us to kind of will that win towards the end and stick together and not blame each other or turn on each other. I think that means we grew a lot since the beginning that we met. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what happened.
Thank you for that, Freddie. Okay, all right, any questions in English? You can step forward here, and I think there's a microphone we can pass around.
Good evening, Coach. My name is Antti Servino from Bulgar. My question is this. How did you settle down your players amidst the strong rally of the Philippines in the second half? How did you settle down? How did you settle them down? What did you do?
It's hard in this atmosphere to completely settle the guys down, but I think during our timeouts, we talked to them. We were trying to, especially on the defensive side, to try to make stops. Our focus was to, Justin Brownlee play really good second half, and we tried to a little bit to try to limit him at least. But I think it's a learning process for us as a team. You know, we're learning each other. As you know, with the national teams, you do not play a lot of games. It's windows. Sometimes you don't see the guys for a couple of months, 3 months, and then you come back. So I think this game, we will leave way stronger after this game than when we come into it.
Hello. Good evening. I'm Ivan Singh from Daily Tribune. For Freddie, was there any pressure when you were sinking those free throws and the Philippine crowd was just booing at you?
Of course there's pressure, but like that's what makes the game fun, right? Like it sucks when you don't make it, but I made them, so that's all that really matters. And I pride myself on, like, I like having the ball, and I think my teammates and my coaches trust me with the ball to get fouled and go to the free throw line. So the fact that I can come through for my team in that way, even when I wasn't making shots in the end, just to build my confidence and to ice the game in that sense. I still love the Filipino crowd, and like they love basketball, so it doesn't matter. Like no hard feelings. I love it.
Good evening, Coach. Ivan Saldahan from Dagot Philippines and PNA. So there was one play late in the game where it appeared that Jamie Malonzo touched the ball last, but at that time you already used the challenge there. So do you think we would have used the challenge in that play instead?
I mean, there's a couple of plays even before, during third quarter and early fourth quarter, that I want to use the challenge. But you know, I have that sense that this game is going to go down to the wire, and I want to keep my challenge to the last seconds. I would say maybe you're right, maybe I should wait on it, but it was 1 minute to go, so maybe I anticipate that maybe we will not have another one. So I used it on that last minute. This type of stuff, you never will predict. You know, sometimes you're gonna take the bad call, the good call, but I think at the end of the day, we will live with whatever the outcome is coming.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, Coach, and congratulations on the win. Sid Ventura from ESPN Philippines. Coach, just talk about the performance of your veteran Zaid Abbas tonight. He's been with the national team since forever. And what does he mean to the team? And just comment on his contributions.
I think Zaid gave this team, very, very much experience. He's the veteran. For us, his job is not only on the court. He's helping with the team in the locker room. He's a locker room guy. All the players respect him, respect his words, respect him as a player and what he did for Jordan basketball. I think he's one of the best who ever played for Jordan. And I think in the minutes, we're not giving him 3 minutes, trust me. He's earning it. He's practicing hard. He's staying in shape, He's trying to give his best. As you see tonight, he played about 13 minutes with 10 points, 3 rebounds. So he's a big addition to us coming off the bench in certain games, and he respects our decisions, and he's the leader of this team.
Thank you.
Congrats, Coach.
Thank you.
Can you tell us, moving forward from here on to the World Cup, can you tell us, how you're gonna further strengthen your team and what the plans are for Jordan as before you come back to the Philippines? And how soon will you be? I'm not sure actually if you're playing
We're not
here.
sure in
Yeah.
Philippine or,
Yeah.
As you know, we talk to the federation and we have our pre-plan, let's call it. We have the plan sitting and now we need to execute it. When we leave here going back home, the guys, they have the league, the Jordanian league still going for the next 2 months, March and April. And then we're going to start on May, and we're going to have about 4 months to prepare the team. Definitely, we're looking to play a lot of high-level games with some camps for sure. So we believe with this team, to stay with this team together for a long period, we're going to get much, much better. We're going to get much, much stronger. As I said, one of the problems we have, which is, I believe it's for everybody, it's with the windows, you have like really short time to work with the guys. But in this summer, definitely we're going to stay together longer time, and this team is going to be much, much better, much stronger. We're looking definitely to do a better result than the first two participants in the World Cup.
Can I do a quick follow-up? How good does it feel to have won both your away games to end the window? Must feel quite tremendous.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you asked me that because we actually qualified before playing any games. So the fact that says a lot about us, you know, like forget that we qualified because Saudi Arabia lost to New Zealand. Like we earned it now. We deserve to be here. Now we can go back and no one can tell us anything or whatever it is about, oh, you know, I know like because they lost, we're in this and that. I think we've proved ourselves this window and just end on a high note, as Coach said, last impression, right?
Nice.
So I think moving forward, we're just going to build on this, hopefully.
This is for Freddie. Of course, Freddie, from the point of view of a player, I know you are looking forward to some great matchups come the World Cup. Of course, in relation to that, what if Jordan is drawn in the same group as Canada?
Actually, I played against Canada already, my first World Cup in Shanghai, I believe. But I was, you know, rookie on the team, shaved head, no real role on the team, right? So I was very more shy, I guess. Now I have a bigger role, more confident. The people trust me more, so I feel like I would always love to play Canada, but it doesn't matter. There's a lot of good players in the World Cup, and put me against any of them, and hopefully, you know, like I'm gonna try to do my best against anyone.
In relation to that, have you played against any of them growing up? Any? Have you come across any of the players when you were growing up?
The Canadian national team. I've played some open gym games against Corey Joseph, and he was the starting point guard at the time. So that was one guy.
All right, this is the end of the first part of the press conference. We'll be back soon with Gilas Pilipinas representatives. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you,
a good-
Coach.
have
Thank
a-
you,
have a
Freddie.
good night.
Congratulations again.
Start. It was a nightmare start for us. Credit to Jordan. They came out very sharp, very good game plan. They prepared for us really well. And you saw that with the score in the first half. However, credit to our guys for not giving up. 20, 25 points down, and we still clawed back. We gave ourselves a chance to win the ball game. And in the end, that's what these games are for, right? To get exactly what my pre-game talk was about. This is another test. That when the Friday is done, it's over, this is another test. And tonight we got tested. And despite the result, still very pleased with the way we played, particularly the second half.
And Jamie, can you also please give us your comments about the game?
For sure, just disappointed we didn't get the dub today, didn't get the win. It was a super hard fought battle for sure for our team, and anytime you come down 20 to 25 points like that and get that close to winning, super disappointing, super sad about it. But it probably happened for the better of our team, because we're gonna come back stronger for sure, and we're gonna grind from here. So.
Okay, any questions in English?
Thank you. Good evening, gentlemen. Aaron Bayato from Radyo Pilipinas Dos. Coach, a question on that final ensuing play. Your thoughts on that, on the unfortunate misses, free throws from Scotty, and overall, how were you able to adjust during that third and fourth rally? Thank you.
Well, like I told Scotty not to get down on himself. He wouldn't have gotten to the free throw if he didn't rebound it anyway. Siya rin naman ang kumuha ng rebound na yun, di ba? So, those things happen. And Scotty is going to be a much better player from that. That's happened already before in our history. I'm sure you remember those things in the past. And like I said, it was his efforts that he got the offensive rebound, and unfortunately he missed. When it matters, I don't think Scotty will miss again. That's number one. And with the adjustments, we just tweaked some things in our defense at halftime, and then also made a more intentional effort to counter what they were doing defensively. We gave up 60 points at halftime. I mean, Tim Cone was almost having a heart attack at the dugout. But we only gave up half of that in the second half. So, like I said, great adjustment. Yun lang, kapos lang talaga. Wala pa. We have to wait for the draw. It's very difficult to plan and prepare blindly. We have to figure out who is in our group to know how we are going to prepare the kind of competition. We're going to go on a training camp and play tune-up games, but we have to know who we want to play, and that is going to be determined by who is in our bracket in our group. That's number one. The only thing that's on our plate right now is when to call the guys in to practice for the SEA Games on May 5. So right now, that's on our plate. But for now, for me, I have to get on a plane tomorrow morning to go to Japan for the EASL, for talk and text, right? So a quick turnaround. These guys, they're playing on Wednesday. So it's going to be a quick turnaround for a lot of the guys on the team. And like I said, it is what it is. So right now, for the World Cup, wala pa muna until we find out the draw.
Does that include overseas camps though?
Yes.
Good evening, Coach Chot. Jamie, Michael Hogado from Malaya. Coach, how would you assess the performance of Justin Brownlee as your naturalized player in this window? And do you think, did it somehow make you think twice, or for the naturalized player spot in the World Cup, or Jordan Clarkson is really shoe-in for that spot?
The reason, well, first of all, with Justin's performance, there's little to say. I mean, you all saw how effective Justin is and how well he played. As regards who the naturalized player is, Jordan has always, Justin has always known that he makes himself available for whatever is required by the team. If we need someone to play in specific tournaments, if we need someone to play as a backup for Jordan Clarkson, he's willing to play that role. Having said that, there are no shoe-ins in the team. There's no one with a lock, and that goes for everyone. So for right now, there are no shoe-ins. So that goes for all the local players and even the naturalized players. because we have another naturalized player, right? We have Ange Kwame, and we're not ruling out the possibility of even going out and looking for another 6'10", 6'11" guy. With all the uncertainty surrounding the Kai Soto situation, if he's not going to make himself available, then I think we have to think about that as well. I mean, that's just part of all of the planning that's on our plate right now.
Hi, Coach. Was there anything new that you discovered about any of your players in this window, or would you have any main takeaway from this sixth and final window?
Lots of takeaways, specifically with regards to players. More than the technical skills, the basketball skills, alam na natin yun eh. But what's more important are the attributes. Their behavior, how good a teammate they are, how they perform outside the basketball court. On this team, that's just as important as what they do on the court. And, I can't divulge it here, but there's a lot of things. That's why we like these situations where we get new guys in. Even the guys who didn't make it, even the guys who didn't play, or the guys who played limited minutes. So those are important in our consideration. Are there guys who will be happy with limited minutes, or will their guys be happy with limited touches, or they can only function if they have the ball a lot in their hands, or if they're shooting a lot, or volume? And you're not going to get your volumes in a team like this. So those are the things that are very, very important in the things we do in our consideration. And most importantly, can you play both sides of the ball? It's not only offense we're looking at, but we're also looking at players who can defend, who can hold their own against really good international players. So yes, we discovered a lot. Remember, we have a lot of new guys on this lineup, so we learned a lot about them here.
Thank you, Coach.
Ivan Swing from the Daily Tribune. Jamie, now with the window is all said and done, any lessons that you have learned that will really improve your game back when you go back to the league?
For sure. Just being with the team now, this is my third window, I believe, and I'm just learning my spots within the Coach Chot's system, and just picking off of that, I'm sort of learning where to be, how I can attack, how can I be an impact. So just learning the system as well, and just taking it upon that and getting better every time with that. So yeah, for sure, just learning my spots for sure.
Coach, the coach, going back to the SEA Games, Coach, is there already may plan na ba? Is there a plan already to train once a week, because it seemed effective in the lead up to the windows? And second question in relation to that, is Justin Brownlee a shoe-in for the SEA Games?
Again, there are no shoe-ins for the World Cup, the SEA Games, anywhere. The first thing we're going to do when I get back from Japan is we're going to reconvene as a coaching staff, and then we're going to put a plan together. Right now, the plan is in place. There are broad strokes to the plan, but the finer details are to be fleshed out as the competition comes near. So we fleshed out the details for this window. Now this window is over. Now it's time to flesh out the details for the SEA Games. But certainly, we're going to, if it's on May 5, we're going to call practice in the first week or second week of April. And then we'll take it from there.
Follow up. Coach, just your overall reflections about all the windows, because Coach, marami nangyari, and eventually you picked up victories, I think 5 of the last 6. So just your overall reflections on the window.
work in progress, I guess is the best way to put it. We started off really, really poorly in a bad space. Remember, I was appointed and then we played the window right away, 2 weeks after or 3 weeks after. And then we had some tournaments, and I'll be the first to admit that we really did not do well, and I've always taken accountability and responsibility for that. But when we got the program together and got the players, and more importantly, the practice timed in, then I'm sure you would all see that there's been an improvement in the way the team has developed, has continued to grow. But I'm saying it's a work in progress because we're still in that developmental stage. And in the end, that's what we can take away from these windows. Knowing the players, knowing their off-court behavior, knowing what they can do and how they fit. I've always talked about fit in two ways: how they fit into the way we want to play and how they fit with each other. That's always the two types of fit. And the third fit is how fit they are physically, fitness. If you have a nagging injury or you have a whatever, you're not going to be in the lineup. So we want to get the fittest of the players. So that's it. So those three things were the main takeaways that we had from the window.
Good evening, Coach Ivan from Dagat Philippines. So, are you still hoping that Jordan Clarkson will be acknowledged by FIBA as a local, so you can bring them together with either Ange or Justin in the World Cup lineup?
I believe in miracles, but they've already said categorically no. But we're still trying, and if there's a miracle, that will be the best situation for us, right? But for now, we're planning as if it's a no, because right now it's a no, so we have to plan accordingly.
Thank you.
Coach, I'm with you at helm back in 2014 in Seville. Gilas had a stellar run, and it felt like a home or the Philippines as host. How do you see our hosting happening? Especially with home fans here and other venues. Thank you.
Well, we played so well in 2014 because of the quality of the preparation. I mean, we had been able to spend a full month with Andre Blatch as a team, as a unit, and then we were able to train in Miami, and then we flew to Spain early. We got a nice tune-up pocket tournament in France, and then we got a nice pocket tournament in Guadalajara, in different areas in Spain. And we got massacred. Nabugbog tayo ng todo dun. But that's when we felt that, that we were ready. Because when we were getting clobbered, we were fighting back. And then we even went to New Zealand and we played the Tall Blacks. With that kind of preparation, it showed in the way we played in the World Cup. So we want to replicate, if not improve on that type of preparation, and hopefully we can come in and play at that kind of level. But it doesn't matter how well you play. A big factor also is who you're grouped with, right? So the draw is also going to be very important. So hopefully we get a little bit of a break and get the teams that we have a chance to beat in our group when the draw comes out.
Chot, I wanted to ask, like you said, nobody's a shoe-in, right? Could you elaborate a little bit more what you can about the chances of Kai being in let's say in the World Cup, and to prep for the World Cup, are you going to be requiring whoever you choose to be available, or is it like you got to be there, let's say, from a certain time, obviously, because
Yes.
all the lead up is like,
you can't just come and show up and be on the team, right?
Okay.
Doesn't matter who you are. You have to be able to be part of the preparation. So
So that would
that's
be-
part of it. It's not just being available 2 weeks before and all that.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. Yeah.
So mga when kaya mga May ganon.
It has to be, the plan is we're going to go out as early as June. June, middle of July. So we have to put in the time and the preparation time.
All right, this question of mine is for Jamie. Jamie, I would like your personal opinion or your personal thoughts on this. Do you have any three particular teams that you wish would be drawn in the same group as the Philippines? That you, from the point of view of a player, from the point of view of a player.
Any three. Probably, just some of the better teams in Asia for sure. I would love to play against some of the best talent around the world. Would love a challenge and maybe get to play against some NBA guys and on different teams for sure. So yeah, just maybe teams like New Zealand, Australia. There's tons of NBA guys around the world. Maybe a Japan team. So for sure.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Coach Chot. Thank you, Jamie. The post-game press conference is officially over. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, so